Morning all, tcDetects back out again. We are on a brand spanking new permission, one of 4 permissions I managed to pick up during my annual trawl and contacting farmers on email, Facebook, etc. So this is a hill farm upon sort of Marsden Moors, sort of that way. It's very high up. Got a decent day for it, but this is one of those ones where I'm gonna have to be very careful when I pick my weather to come and have a look around. Probably got about 10 fields, so I think 40 acres, something like that. Like I said, all pasture. Often has sheep and cows on it, although they're well, the sheep are away being pregnancy scanned, as I believe, from the farmer, and the cattle are in the shed because it's winter. So we're going to have a wander and see what we find. There's some Roman history on the other side of the valley, an established Roman road, but nothing that I could find that suggests it's ever been found on this side. But hey, we don't know until we look. So out with the Rutus Versa today, running in standard field, tweak as we go. And as always, thank you for watching tcDetects. See what we find. Okay, first signal was in the 40s, about 42, decent line, a bit of an iron turn to it as well, but I think that's something else in hole, because no iron on the pinpointer. Just here in the corner, just see the edge of a cone, by the look of it, button maybe, not sure if you can see that in the shadow, but yeah. Oh, now that's unusual. That 2 coins fused together? Or is that meant to be like that? It looks like it's meant to be like that. Is that button? Cufflinks? You can see an attachment on the back, or something should be an attachment here on the side. That looks like side with the 7th on that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Wow, pretty spectacular for a first find. See Britannia. Oh, no, it's not Britannia, is it? It's someone on a horse. And that looks like Edward the 7th on that side. Commemorative, maybe? Wow. What a spectacular first find for the brand new permission. Anybody knows what that is, please put it in the comments. I'll try and ID it in the meantime, obviously, but well, I love that. And next up is in the hole still. Very decent line, high 70s. See what that is, see if we can do it live. Something on this side here. Yep, looks like we've got another disc shape thing, but a large button. Looks like a large old button. Clean that up, get the maybe not a button, looks like it's been connected to something. I'll get a toothbrush on that, see if we can see anything on it. And next signal is down here in the hole. Ridiculously clear and sharp 79, so reasonable chance this will be trashy, but a couple of inches down, so maybe not. Let's find out. Massive piece of something, massive piece of lead. Too big to be a palm guard. Don't look like a palm guard, does it really? Got an indent there, sort of raised middle as well. Don't know, but see why that gave up a massive signal on a good signal. Big piece of lead. Any thoughts? Put it in the comments. And next up is what looks like a somewhat now misshapen bell of some description. Quite nice. I would have been if it had been not smashed in on this side, but hey, can't have everything. Love a good shadow of me and the detector on the ground. Anyway, next up, and again this field is giving some nice little things up. This was, although it was a low number, I think it was only like 16. It was a good line and good tone. Let's see if you can see that. I'll get into it. It looks like a decorative, not a button. Could be a badge, although there's nothing on the back to suggest it was affixed to anything or how it was affixed to anything, but it was at some point. It's lovely little decorative, very thin, so quite fragile, but yeah, loving that. Anybody got any ideas what that might be? Please put it in the comments. Yeah, a cute little piece from this field. Liking this new permission. And next up, I thought it was a top of a snuff tin or something like that, but I can just about make out what it says on there, and it looks like it says Listerine. Oops, I'm getting sun on the focus. I think it says Listerine tablets, something spring something tablets. I don't know. So yeah, top off an old tablet box. And next up is another piece of large lead, but this one is a folded piece of lead. Multiple folds of this piece of lead. I will unfold that later on just to see if there's anything inside it. Yeah, great signal. Big piece of lead. And next up was from down here, a very, very clear 52. Didn't move at all, really good line. And when I got it out, the clod, probably about, what's that, 3 inches down. We have a coin. We have, yes, first recognisable coin of the day. The Britannia on the back, looking farthing sized. And is that Edward VII again? Looks like it. Or is it not just the shadow coming through? Nope, it's one of the Georges. 5th, I believe. So the 5th farthing them. Nice. I guess it was inevitable on any new permission for tcDetects. We have our first button of the day. Some age to it and some depth to it. It's about 8 inches down. And it's worn on the edges. See the shank on the back or what's left of it. There we go. First button of the day. Just found what I thought was a washer. Not very interesting. Looks like a washer on that side, but then flip it over. And we have little indentations. What looks like maybe connective part of a brooch. So I'm not sure. Any thoughts? Please put it in the comments. Definitely not a normal straight washer though. And next up, some depth to it, about 6-7 inches down, and we have very, very tiny key. I think it's one of those sorts that maybe for luggage, or maybe it's a bit too big. Maybe small padlock, but yeah, little key. And next up, from about 6 inches down, another coin. You can see it here next to its own imprint. Kind of cool. I don't know what the coin is. It is battered and just about make out Britannia on the back. It's very small. George the, that looks like, just in the catching it in a glimpse, another George the 5th of some description. Second, is that second or third predecimal of the day so far?